Welcome everybody to the best replays of the week. My name is Maxwell and this game comes to you from Michelin 1999. He's driving the Skoda T-50 on a standard battle on live Oaks. Skoda T-50 is a tier 9 medium tank for the Czechs. Czechoslovakians, Czech Republic these days, Czechoslovakia back in the day. This thing is a tier 9 medium tank with a great auto-loader. It's pretty much the same auto-loader that the tier 10 gets, except this one only gets 3 shells, and the tier 10 gets 4. See, the stats on the gun are pretty damn good. 248 pen, 320 average damage, but the one thing this auto-loader has is a very, very quick time between shells. And you thought the American auto-loaders with their 2 seconds between shells compared to the 3 seconds of the French was good. This thing has about 1.5 seconds between shell time. At least the tier 10 does. You may be misquoting on the tier 9. You're about to see how quick the shell is. Now we're going to see how quick the time between shells are. Very, very quick indeed. Takes out the T-43 for kill number 1. Going to move forward now. We've got a lot of support on this flank, so they can push forward very, very quickly. There are a couple of medium tanks in the background, but we didn't spot out any tank destroyers. So if the Allies can push forward... Even with all of that pen, the Jagdtiger 88 is still a difficult nut to crack. Takes a hit from the artillery. Under no risk of taking another hit really, so can just leave his track for now. Does have an M46 pattern on his right hand side, does have to be aware of that. Looks like the Jagdtiger 88 did get eliminated by artillery. Playing a little bit immovable there. Gets one good hit on the pattern. Can he get another? He can indeed. Can he get a third? He can for the kill. That is kill number 2. Now going to relocate. See if we can get something on this FV4202. Going to push up with the T-34-100, but it looks like the enemy team has definitely not put enough on this flank. But they do have enough in the city, as the Allies have well and truly lost there. Pretty much because they sent nobody up there. And they've only lost 1 tank so far. So you can tell that they just didn't put enough people in the city at all. Finds the FV. Going to try and get a shot on him without exposing himself to that right-hand side. And there we go, gets one good shot on the FV. FV starts to pull forward, but like I said, the speed of fire on this gun is so ridiculously fast that people just do not expect it. And that is kill number 3 and 3,000 damage now for Michelin. Going to take a look at the hill, as there were a few tank destroyers stationed up there. Tortoise, Jagdtiger and T-54. Not the T-54 is a tank destroyer, but you get my meaning. Does get spotted, so going to have to fall back. Can't really afford to take many hits in this tank, as it really doesn't have the armor at all. Doesn't have a great hit point pool either, but 1650 is enough. It's about standard for a tier 9. Has a quick shot at that T-54, but that one just flies over to the left, a little bit inaccurate. Going to try and get some hits on this Jagdtiger as he climbs up over the hill. Only able to bounce and take out the track. A little bit weird that he was able to bounce on the underside of a Jagdtiger. Also a little bit unlucky that that third shot only took out the track. This one is starting to slip away from the Allies at the moment. They had the momentum at the beginning, but now it's starting to slip away. Game all even at 5 kills to 5 right now. Having some blind shots at where that Jagdtiger was last spotted, just in case. Neither get him to fall back or maybe do some blind damage. He's got a lot of Allies in the south. I'm not sure why those 2 medium tanks are over on the number 1 line. There we go, it's all up to Michelin at the moment to keep things spotted. T-54 gets lit up. His gun is reloaded now. GW Panther is in the ditch, but the Allies don't really have any artillery to do anything about it. They are running at the moment, and I think Michelin has just noticed the mini-map. Well, not just noticed, but just noticed that there's an IS-3 showing up, and the artillery is running. Who's decided to come across and try and do something about that. Not sure what this IS is doing. I don't think he's very mini-map aware right now. Going to cross over the train track. See if we can find this IS-3. Got to play it carefully though, because last time... It's been a long time since the other heavy tanks were spotted. Gets a hit on the IS-3, but that one didn't quite go through. The next one did though. You see the IS-3 does have ridiculous armor even against Tier 9 tanks. Just dodging out the way a little bit of that IS-3. Got to play it carefully now. This IS-3 is a difficult tank to deal with, even when you are Tier 9. Artillery shells raining in to help out. There is an IS moving in as well, so really got to play this carefully. Gets one good hit using auto aim so we can concentrate on moving around. Switches his attention to the IS-3 because he's a one-shot, takes him out, and then moves forward and tries to put the corpse of this medium tank between himself and the IS. Playing very smart now, keeping the turret between himself and the IS so that he can't take any hits in return. Waiting for his gun to reload. He can't really afford to take a single hit from this IS, so has to play it very, very carefully indeed. IS hasn't got the gun depression right now. Try to take his track out, but just missed that one. Was able to take him out quick enough though. That's kill number 5. That's 5,000 points of damage. And wow, what a little play there by Michelin, taking out the being aware enough to use his last shot to take out the IS-3, and then keeping the corpse of that medium tank between himself and the IS to just keep himself alive. He is running low on shells now though. That's a good hit on the T-34. One more shot should be enough to take him out, and there we go. Like I said, the speed of fire of this thing really does catch some people out. And now we see him having to switch to heat rounds, as he doesn't have any standard rounds left. Didn't get spotted out while firing at that T-34 there, so he's safe from the enemy artillery for now. Going to pop himself over and maybe try and get some shots on this Tortoise. Biggest threat right now because he's charging forward. You can see a little bit of lag in the replay here. Don't worry about that. That does just happen sometimes, especially when you've got server reticule turned on. These replays do tend to lag sometimes. So got 3 good hits on the Tortoise there. The Tortoise still relentlessly marching forward. Gets another good hit through the side. Can he land the last? He can indeed. That is kill number 7. And an excellent, excellent shot there. Looking to get his last shell on the E-75 before reloading. E-75 nowhere to be seen, so just pops his reload on that one. Allies have done a great job of holding on and bringing this one back to within a kill. 10 kills to 9. The enemy T-54 is charging forward now. One thing that's helping out the Allies is the fact that everybody's just charging forward single file, going in individually rather than charging at the same time. Finds the E-75 here, gets one good hit. That one just hits the gun. Looks like he hasn't been spotted again. That T-54 is still alive. I suppose he's up against a T-32 and an IS, so it's not a surprise that that T-54 is just thriving in that environment. Gonna wait for this E-75 to pop up enough before taking his shot. He gets the hit. He gets the kill. That's kill number 8. 7,500 points of damage. T-54 takes out one of the friendly artillery. This one is starting to look a little bit risky. 11 kills to 12. This T-54 is just wrecking people right now. Not necessarily getting all the kills for himself, but he's keeping people spotted for the artillery. Coming up over the top, he finds the T-54. He does get spotted himself, so drops back because he is a one-shot. One good snapshot from the T-54 would be enough to take him out. Got to be careful of the FV-3805 and the M5355 as well. As either of those artillery, just a close-by shot, not even a direct hit, would be enough. Being very, very smart here. Predicting where the T-54 would pop out. Gets 2 shots for the kill. And that is the game almost evened up at 12 kills to 13 there. got 2 heat rounds left, 1 APCR and 3 high explosive. There is a Jagdtiger somewhere. He did have a few blind shots at it earlier on in the game. Whether they actually hit is another matter. Going to move in on the Jagdtiger's last known position. To be honest, if the Jagdtiger and the E75 had gone at the same time as that T-54 making that charge, they probably could have won this game. But not quite. There's the Jagdtiger. He is a little bit damaged. Now he's very damaged. That is the kill. That is a Pools medal. And that has even the score up to 13 kills to 13. Their T-32's very damaged. Both of them, if they get splashed by the artillery. Wow, that artillery shell landed right on the front of the corpse that he was hiding behind. Looks like he was firing heat as well, not high explosive. If he'd been firing high explosive, he may have had the blast radius to do some damage to the Skoda. As it is, that one just bounced harmlessly on that corpse. Now we play the artillery hunting game. Neither of these guys have been spotted. The Skoda has. Michelin's been spotted. The M53-55's over on the right-hand side. Going to see if the T-32 can get here in time. The M53-55 fired and missed. That is the hit, and that is kill number 11. He's got 1 high explosive shell left, but the FV-3805 does have some pretty decent armor at times, so just switching back to APCR. To be honest, if your high explosive doesn't have enough alpha damage with an average roll to be able to take out the artillery in a single shot, don't load it. Just stick with standard APCR or AP rounds. Because if it's going to take you 2 shots anyway, don't compromise yourself by having to reload. T-32 does have a line of sight on this FV. Not wanting to waste any shells, because he only has 3 shells left, and each one of them will be a 20-some second reload. And it looks like this T-32 does have a line of sight. He doesn't mind letting the T-32 get the kill, because he already has 11. And that is the kill, and that is the game. So absolutely awesome display of skill there from Michelin. 1999, picked himself up 11 kills, 8,700 points of damage, and waltzing home with that victory. So awesome replay, an awesome game from you. Thank you very much for having such a great game in the Skoda T-50. So I've been Maxwell. This has been the best replays of the week, and I will catch you guys next week.